before we go to public comment? Okay, we can have public comment on this section, the measures, the...
I want to backtrack a little bit on the statement you made here. You said something happened in the last 10 years. How do you think House Bill 42 figured into this? That was introduced by Debbie Barrett in 2003 and mandated a drastic reduction in elk in the Bitterroot Valley. So between 2003 and 2009, it's estimated that 7,000 elk were slaughtered in the valley. So I'm not sure. I don't quite. Something did happen. So have you looked at that?
I've never heard those numbers.
Hold on. Now's public comment time, and we won't interrupt you with answering questions. So you just go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm just. Did you? I'm just questioning your the commissioners here. Did you take?
We're not going to take up other people's public comment time and answering back. So you got 2 minutes to tell us what you need to tell us, rather than a question and answer.
We'll take
Well, it doesn't sound like that was figured into the statistics.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
What was the House bill number, Jerry?
It was House Bill 42. It was enacted, Debbie Barrett sponsored it in 2003. And I'd like to make one more comment about, as you decrease the wolf population, it also increases the lion population and the coyote population. And coyotes also are a big factor in taking elk coyotes.
Any other public comment? Go ahead.
My first trip to Montana was back in
What's that?
1980.
You're going to jump all over me.
About a 10-day pack
Okay.
up in the Bible.
Don't worry.
You're entitled to say what you want to say.
Everybody back where I came from, all the hunters, did what I did. I saved for about 4 years to be able to come to Montana. When I came out here, it was 2000. The first year I was here, there was no problem that we see now with wolves. But the observation I want to make is that all of this process is impacted on by politics. And there are people who were responsible for putting the wolves into Yellowstone. There are people who are going through all kinds of maneuvers now to prevent doing anything about the wolf population. When the bottom line is, you can talk about, we had lions and we had bears all along. We had plenty of elk. The bottom line is, we don't have plenty of elk anymore. And what is the factor that has resulted in a reduction in elk? Wolves. It's just that simple. And I think we should keep it simple.
One of the commissioners mentioned the coordination process here within these things, which is what I assume we're talking about. So I want to challenge the whole notion of coordination. I want to remind this, other than the gaping holes that this policy has towards in substance process.
Excuse me, go ahead.
I'd like to remind the commission, at least the rational elements of it, that Madison County lost a recent lawsuit trying to invoke coordination on the Misty line, the Misty power corridor, and that they were the plaintiff. One of the plaintiffs was that Denison of the environmental movement, Northwestern Energy. So you don't know what you're getting into here. You're using a lot of assumptions. I would suggest sitting down and talking with people in a real sense about what we can do together. I'd really suggest considering being honest with your constituency, with yourself, and ask yourself, other than dividing the community further with this so-called coordination process, I would liken it to going to a restaurant and ordering oyster stew and hoping to find a pearl to pay for the dinner. These are our tax dollars. You're using our money to do this.
Any more public comment?
Hi, I'm Tony Stark from Stevensville, and I'm here because I'm not happy with number 6. Okay, extending the season, the duration into the denning season for the wolves. That I've been involved in wolf organizations here and in Alaska. I'm an educator, and I've done a lot of research. And in Montana, the bears, if you look on the Fish, Wildlife, and Park statute, are protected during hibernation and during denning. And so are the mountain lions. So I feel that we are discriminating against one particular species of animal at a time when they're the most vulnerable, that, you know, that the wolves have been extinct before, and this can happen again. That basically it's the alpha female wolf that is the one that has the pups, not the others, and that it can take up to 7 months for the wolf pups to mature. They have to get their canine teeth and lose their wolf teeth, and that's, you know, one of the factors in how long it takes them to den. If we are hunting them during denning season, we can in fact render them again extinct. So, to say, I would like it if we could assess how many wolves are left so far after the hunt, and, you know, and call a halt to hunting during the denning season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, my name is Leonard Wortman. I'm Chair of the Jefferson County Commission. And I just would like to clarify a couple of things that the gentleman just before this last lady spoke to on coordination. It wasn't Madison County, it was Jefferson County that filed a lawsuit on the Misty Line. The reason we did that was because when Northwest Energy and DEQ proposed putting the Misty Line in, they came through and did some scoping meetings and called it good. That was a snapshot in time at the very beginning of a project that the Jefferson County had no opportunity after that until after the EIS, or the draft EIS would be put out. So we asked DEQ to give us a seat at the table to coordinate with us. They refused. We won in district court. The district judge agreed with us that coordination and consultation needs to be an ongoing process so local governments have an opportunity to present basically the view of the people that are being impacted. The Supreme Court ruled against us. They said that snapshot in time at the beginning of the project was sufficient for consultation. We intend to have candidate surveys, and we are going to push through the legislature to get coordination for local governments with the state of Montana. We already have it with the federal government. We need to have it with the state of Montana too. I want to thank you for what you're doing. We're having more problems in Jefferson County. I drove across here today and drove down your beautiful valley. It's quite a change from used to rodeo down there in the 1970s and stuff. But, it's still a beautiful place, and I certainly stand beside you and hope that all the counties can unite in this effort to bring some control and common sense to the control of the predators in Montana. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming over, Leonard.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
I'm Steve Wilson, Victor. I think it's important that the educator that just spoke, and for any other educators in the room that are worrying about denning wolves and pregnant wolves, I want to remind them that we harvest pregnant elk and deer every year by the thousands. They're all pregnant when we start our general hunting season. So keep that in mind. The ungulate populations pay the bills. The predators are a secondary. And if we're going to maintain the economy, the department is even now talking about increases for sportsmen's licenses. So that's going to come up in 2014. But the ungulate population is what keeps us rolling.
I wasn't going to speak until the educator spoke. I'm the one that had the 4-month-old puppies killing my stock. 4 months, they were killing my stock. So whatever she said, 7 months, no. They were 4 months, going on to 5 months. I had to kill them for killing my stock.
And you,
It's Julie Schramm.
Thank you. Is there,
Concern about throwing in the 3175, and the concern, I think, and probably why that came up, is that right now Montana is so much, I think it's like 10 times higher than the price of Idaho for non-resident. Instead of putting a 3175, maybe we could word it to where, you know, we'll be in proportion to neighboring states for the tags or something like that.
good suggestion, thank you.
please?
Hi, Tony Jones again from Hamilton, and I can address your fur bearer status. It also has to do with hunter orange for wolves. It's Montana Code 875131, and the reason they were able to, at this point, eliminate hunter orange for wolf hunting was because as the wolf is classified now, he's classified a species in need of management. And he's classified that until FWP Commission decides he's not in need of special management anymore. At that point, they'll either classify him as a game animal or a fur bearer. If they classify him as a game animal, he's the same as a bear or a mountain lion, and you'll have to wear the hunter orange. And you can't trap him. If they classify him as a fur bearer at that point, that's when the trapping season could come into effect. Or they pass special legislation that allows trapping for a wolf, even though he is a game animal. So that's how that's spelled out now, and it's in that code.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.